All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where they bring you back-to-back updates and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, it will be the first. We'll collect them. All right, the video on your screen, you need to watch this video. Is about the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Njoko, His Excellency, and Biafra Unite. Biafra Unite is one of the media team of the autopilot and also the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Something spectacular happened in this video. It was said that before I omit the video, I just want to tell you what you are supposed to see in this particular video, because you will know why this man called Ekpa is loved by everybody. And when they call him the good guy, it is not out of point that they call him the good guy. In Ali Igbo, people give people name based on what they have seen that person do, based on what you have done. And they gave this guy the name the good guy. For me, I'm not this kind of person that just accepts something, hook, line, and sinker. I like to do my investigation. But coming across this video, I now understood why Ekpa is actually called the good guy. The judgment he made here, apart from all judgment and all the kings of the East, for of course you know that wisdom came from the East, wise men of the East, Solomon have been among the wise men that have displayed great wisdom. And that is the kind of wisdom that Simon Ekpa displayed here, and I was marveled. I want you to watch this video. I want you to pay rapt attention to what happened in this video. Don't rush it. Just calm down and listen to what happened. You yourself will confirm. If you confirm what I'm telling you, drop your comment on the comment section. Let me know that I am not alone in what I'm saying. Because our people say that now go for nyefo. Anya bago na emegini. No na weke. Just pay attention. Calm down. Calm down. If you are doing anything, just relax and watch this video.
Departmental infighting. We've seen it before. And as the PM says, this is to teach every one of us a lesson. Why are we fighting? Departmental infighting. We've seen it before. And as the PM says, this is to teach every one of us a lesson. Why are we fighting? PM says that, look, after when Biafra comes, everything will be dissolved. So why are we fighting? Why? Why the personality clash in departments? When Biafra comes, everything will be dissolved. Any job you want to go apply in Biafra, you go with your CV, go with your experience, go with your qualification, and you go and compete with other Biafrans. Why are we killing each other, fighting each other, hating each other, and disattracting each other? This calls for standardization, PM. And I will yield myself and offer myself to draft a standardization document, a ministerial code of conduct, so that every one of us know what's expected of us and what is not expected of us. How can you take the names of your colleagues? Maybe they're working with a native doctor. Probably you've taken the names of the Prime Minister to the native doctor. It is wrong, and I am disappointed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, I think my name is almost everywhere in the native doctor in the zoo, so that is not a new thing. However, we move.
Please, with the permission of the Prime Minister, let me take a French leave.
Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
All right, Praise, unmute yourself. 2 minutes.
Praise.
Oh, sorry, Praise. Madam Arewa, your hand is still up. Do we take it down? All right, thank you. Praise, unmute yourself. Sorry.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Prime Minister. I wanted to briefly point out two things based on my observation so far. And Our brother made mention of the fact that he do not see things going on well. But then everyone has talked about him not following the due process to resolve that, which I don't want to talk about. One, I want to make mention of as a recommendation to every one of us, and especially to you, Prime Minister, that from what Mr. Madabu said, we need orientation. Even myself, we all need it.
Thank you, my PM. Actually, let it not seem or look as if I don't want to say anything. Paul, number one thing about Paul is that he is not remorseful. I told him this yesterday. I told him because when he called me after the first meeting we had a week ago, he called me to tell me what that he asked me if I knew or if I know who Biafraland is. As I know him as a Biafraland, if I knew I said I never seen him before. He wasn't comfortable with that. But I tried to make him understand that, listen, you don't need all this. Forget whatever happened in the meeting. In the meeting, you can fight. You can say, you can exchange words, or drop it there. If you get back to the meeting, we continue well. I didn't know he left and started calling other people as well. And then I was surprised yesterday to hear the same voice note we listening to now. I was very shocked yesterday, and I made it clear yesterday. I made my stand clear. I told Paul that, listen, no matter what, even if all of us are fighting with you, you shouldn't take our names to anybody. No. I condemned him. I told him that was, even initially, all of them, they didn't see, they were seeing it as if he was having problem with Biafra United. He was the one that told them, listen, Paul, don't see the same way other people are saying, and seeing it wrongly. You took our names and our identifications with our logos our platform logos to this man. It is evil. And then Paul never wanted to accept that he was faulty or he was wrong. That was when everything happened. Due later, when I voted that he should be expelled, later I withdrew that vote because there was some sort of like a disagreement and agreement. Then I said, for now, I withdraw my vote until we come back. So Paul is not accepting that he is that he did wrong thing. He is accepting it because he has been meant to understand that he is wrong. That's just one thing we must understand. There's something, it is different for me to know and be convinced that I did the wrong thing than somebody to convince me before I did. If you did the wrong, nobody is a child here. All did the wrong thing, and we were trying to make him understand yesterday. I asked him 2-3 times yesterday, do you see what you have done now? How do you see it? He said he is only sorry for going to the media. Because there was another problem. He went to media. Somebody called me that he went to media, was talking about parasite, which I asked him yesterday. He said he's sorry, but he was never sorry for what we are discussing now. It's now that he have realized that he's sorry. So let him not seem as if I'm keeping quiet. I was against him yesterday, and even now I am still against him. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your own opinion, Mazoba. Mute yourself.
Good evening from this side, my Prime Minister and every member of the Cabinet. My points will be quite brief. Obiko, you've really validated the position of your team by their suspension of the initial time. So there is something which you are not doing right that pointed out with your action today. It's a validation of what we saw. So that's something you need to.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Steve and Dr. Ngozi. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, His Excellency, for this opportunity to just chip in one or two things about this issue. I've listened to everybody and I've heard the different sides of the story. First, I must start by saying this looks like an internal personal case. I don't know how. Again, I understand the PM has to wade in to really maybe make his own decision about this case. But I've listened to the members of the media team. I listened to Adajo Rama speak. I listened to Chuk Survival speak. And from what both of them have spoken, it looks they were very, very clear on the way the case was handled from the media team. So let me just make sure we understand that aspect. Probably this media team, they've handled this case privately, and each and every one of them have expressed different opinions on this case. And that was why and how this case was brought to the PM. The guy in question, I don't really know you, 555 Vision. I've listened to you every now and then talk about Biafra, and what I'm really focused on is how you dispose of Biafra. That's all I'm concerned about. As far as Biafra is projected to the world, that we need to get Biafra, this is where we are all going to. That is my focus. I listened to when somebody said somebody is not supposed to belong to. Somebody is not supposed to propagate Biafra. How did somebody in the media say they don't trust this guy? What was the reasons that somebody said they don't trust this guy to propagate Biafra? I would like to know more reasons why the person said they don't trust this guy. I want to know some of the reasons why they said they don't trust this guy to propagate Biafra. And then the last thing I want to say is PM, at the end of the day, this case is in your court. And I want to make sure that just like this guy has said, and I don't even know his name, that this guy he talked to, he sees him as a regular person. He talks to a regular Biafran that promotes his cause and stuff like that. And based on that, that was why he reached out to him. But the angle where I'm going to focus on is when somebody said, you are not enough, you don't fit to propagate Biafra. I want to know where that person that made that statement is coming from. Thank you so much, DPM.
Thank you very much. Just a quick one, Wanyama. Also, remember that that particular misleading information, according to one of the media team, is a misleading information. The Ralph Ajare has said that that person did not say what Paul Omubiko said. He said a different thing. It was like during that meeting, he's not supposed to talk in this meeting. He did not say he's not supposed to violate the affair of Biafra. So that has come. We have had a counter claim on that. So, and I believe that every other person in the media team who was part of the meeting also may also have the same position with Ralph Ajare that Biafra 247 did not say what Opolo Mubiko said here. Having listened to all this suggestion and everything, they also have listened and watched Paulo Mubiko as his heart is beating, ping, 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 ping. Paulo Mubiko has been a very, dedicated guy in this struggle from the beginning up to this point, except this particular mistake, which, sometimes you will be hearing, sometimes it doesn't solve the problem. What have solved the problem and what normally solve this kind of problem is the public hearing that's what I've had today. And I believe a lot of people are going to learn from what has happened here. Next time, it may not be like this. We may come with a different strategy. And I hope that next time doesn't come. So, because of the concern of the media team, some of them, and they said they voted for either to expel him or to suspend him. And then some people voted to expel, some people voted to suspend, and it caused a lot of chaotic situation in the meeting and all that. So Paul Omubiko has served Biafra with his heart, and some people will feel that they may not understand and know how to handle things. And a lot of people are those who don't know how to explain themselves, especially when they feel they run into trouble. I believe this is one of them. However, because of the names of our people in the media, in the native doctor, Paul Omubiko, you are going to contact that man and tell them to stop, or tell him to stop whatever you have discussed with him. Whether it is for anything, whether it is to make you people not fight each other, whatever it is that you have told to, what is the name again? Remind me the name now. Obala. Where did he get the name?
Obawu. It's Obawu.
Obala. All right. So tell him whatever that you have discussed with him, that this particular issue has been settled, and we ask him to remove his hand in anything that has to do with anybody under this government, of which Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister. That we are telling him to remove his hand from today. That we have settled this issue, and we don't want him to put hand again. Is that clear? Are you going to do that?
The answer to that audio is with me. I said this thing before. I could have sent it here.
No, I am asking you a question. Are you going to do that?
See, I will tell him. I have not ordered him to do anything bad. Not at all. I will tell him this is not for bad intention, and I may ask him to bring audio. Let him make audio to publish that and send it to anybody that needs it.
Okay. What I want is your word. Are you going to do that?
Yes.
All right. So from today, we are going to give you 21 days suspension.
Oh, thank you.
21 days. 21 days. 21 days. Thank you. Please, I have not finished.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
I want to give you what I call 21 days active suspension. The active suspension is that you will have nothing to do with the media team, but you can broadcast, make your normal program for the next 21 days.
Thank you. It's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome back, wonderful people. I know you have watched that video and you enjoyed yourself. One thing I promise you people this year is that we are going to be doing different things. We are going to be doing something different. So whenever you are coming to this channel, expect something. Expect to see update of what's in the happen for your own obodo Biafra. I calmed down to watch that video, that particular video. And I saw how wise Ekpa is. That Ekpa is a wise man. He's a wise man. The kind of judgment he took there, how he ended the matter, how he handled everything. I was surprised because I know that there are a lot of people, a lot of people that don't understand why they call this man the good guy. The judgment he gave there shows a man with wisdom. It's not even just wisdom. There are men that are giving capital wisdom. So if there are maybe a lot of people, some people in the caucus, in the cabal that is fighting, trying that maybe they are going to put this guy down in order for them to take over, I don't think that is worth it. I don't think that is worth it, my brother. It's not worth it. If there are some people in the caucus, some inner cabal, trying to put this guy down, maybe because of one greediness or the other, for them to take over the government, I don't see the need. Because with Simon, you have everything you need. With Simon, you have a leader. You have a capacity. You have an orator. You have an spoken man, a man who speaks and everywhere shakes. If you watch what Simon is doing, you will know that there is a transfer of spirit, because one thing people don't understand about this struggle is that it is not a physical thing. Or we here more. It's a spiritual thing. Oh, we want to go see here na be here more. Oh, here more. Can na Biafrans. Abraham more by, I'm not talking about all this. It's a spirit, is a spirit that is a people, the spirit of a people that is moving like a mantle, entering different people. The amalgamation of Lord Lugard was a kind of, it was a destabilization. It made the people not to know their origin, the people not to understand themselves, the people not to manage their culture well. Even all over the world, the Igbo culture has been repped, to be greater than a lot of cultures. Even though you go to South Africa, you see culture, but Igbo culture is top-notch. So you see that is a spirit that moves from one person to another. And one thing people should understand, those who, if you plot against any Biafra pioneers or any Biafra spearhead, a man who the spirit is on, even if you judge the person, what the spirit does is that he moves to another person that have the heart. So for those maybe who might be plotting on the ground, maybe let Ekpa be grounded so that they can take over. If the spirit did not mount upon you, you can never become. And that spirit called Biafra hates lie. The part of Biafra, he hates lie. That spirit does not like anybody. And that is why he rested on Mazin, kind of a man who will stand out and speak boldly. And when the NIG government and the Kenyan government thought that now Kano will be grounded, the spirit moved and entered in Ekpa. And a lot of people now might be thinking that somehow they are going to ground Ekpa. If these people do too much, the spirit moves again. And as he's moving, he's fighting for those that he has touched. That's how the spirit of part of Biafra has been moving. So let not some people think that maybe they are going to maybe now someone, put him by the side and it's not going to work. Even if it works, it is not going to make sense for those people, because Biafra itself is a spirit. It enters whoever it wants to enter upon. That's how it moves. That's how it works. It's a spirit. It moves by itself. Nobody controls it. Because obodo na-enwe mmụọ, obodo na-enwe bụ mmụọ. That's how many nations that have been found. Have you heard about the American 30 years war of freedom with the Britain? For 30 years, a lot of people, it was not like in-house stuff, but it was nation to nation for years. So what is called freedom doesn't come by that easy. It requires a lot to come by. It requires a lot. And the nation called the part of Biafra has been passing through those processes. The process of war, the process of the civil war, the process of the pogrom, the pogrom happened to the Jews in Germany. Well, this pogrom did not start today. It happened to the Jews. About millions of them were slaughtered, the Jews, in Germany. So the pogrom has happened to the Biafrans, and now they have come to the point of political dialogue. Because the last point of every freedom is when it comes to political dialogue with a mixture of some forces and oppression. You know that a freedom battle, a secession battle is coming to an end. And if you look at what is happening, you don't need to be told that the secession battle is coming to an end, because it has passed through the pogrom stage, passed through the civil war stage, passed through the riot stage. These are the stages that freedom passes through before it comes to reality. Go and check the history of a lot of countries. that have, struggled for their freedom, they passed through the same thing. It is similar. Even this government in exile, there has been a lot of countries that have passed through the same thing. And that is to tell you that the spirit is moving in order.